Hi, in this video we are going to learn about aggregate functions in SQL Server. The common aggregate functions in SQL Server are count, sum, average, min, max. So to learn more about these functions, we can go to the SQL Server website and a Microsoft Docs site. We can select the version of SQL Server we want to learn, and then we can go to Transact SQL reference, and inside that we'll get a section called functions, and inside functions we'll get aggregate functions. So in aggregate functions, you'll see the entire list, and you can select any specific function and you can get the detailed syntax with that function, and then you can read about the return types, and then you can also see one example associated with that aggregate functions. So why do we use aggregate functions? Because this allows us to give aggregated value on a set. So let's say I have a data called I am keeping sales information, and that sales information is based on say multiple countries, and for each country the sales information has been given on a year basis or say date basis, and I just need the total sales amount by country. In that case, what we will have to do, we'll have to sum the sales amount, and then we will have to group on the country, so that we are ignoring other sets and we are just keeping the number of countries on which we need the data and the sales amount associated with that. So these aggregate functions can be applicable to a complete table set. That is, we can directly write select aggregate function name, whether average, sum, the column which we are aggregating from the table. So in that case, what it will do, it will take the entire table set and then it will do the aggregation. But in case if we need the aggregation on a specific parameter called country, or sometimes it can be at more granular level called country and states, then we will have to use group by. So let's quickly see one or two examples on how we can use aggregate functions. So I am using AdventureWorks data warehouse, and in that data warehouse we'll use fact internet sales, from where we'll get the sales amount. Now we know that we have sales territory, which is directly connected to the fact internet sales. So what we'll do, we'll group by the territory. So let's first do sum of sales amount from, so we have selected the database, and then we'll quickly run this. So this query result which will come out is the total sales amount across all the dimensions. But now if we need the sales amount for a specific territory, then what we'll do, we'll join this sales territory. So if you are not familiar with joins, there is a separate video. You can go through the joins, and then once you are done with the join, what you can do, you can use this alias. Now since we want it on the basis of territory, so let's do a group by st dot, let's say we want to group it on country level. So we'll use country. Now this is optional in the select statement, but if we provide it, it gives us a better understanding for which country we are seeing the sales amount. Now we group it and we get the details for each country. So if we are putting any column name here and an aggregate function, we have to make sure that we have to group by the list of columns which we are specifying here. So in case if we do not do group by, we will get an error. Now again, this column is optional. So if you don't want to put this, we'll still be able to see the results. Similarly, along with some, you can use other aggregate functions also. So let's say average sales amount, and you can see the average gets created. Now this average is based on all other rows. It will take total number of rows on which sales amount has been given for a given country. So let's say for one country there are 200 rows with different sales values, then it will take all those and divide by 200 to give you the average. But sum is simply addition of all those rows values. Thank you.